We just had a Detroit artist here, and we were talking about the obstacles being from Detroit. Now we're talking about Ypsi. Now Ypsi is like a much smaller entity. Do you feel like it's even that much harder to get your music out there because of where you're from?
In essence. So, talent, hard work beats talent.
Absolutely.
All day.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm learning about the process too, because everybody, you don't just get a handbook on this music shit. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's a bunch of people there just like, hey, here's your golden ticket. You really got to grind and figure it out along the way. So I would say that I've been able to rub elbows with people who are going to be in situations where they can look out for me, or in a room full of people that are prominent, my name comes up. I even went as far as being more global with my contacts and networks. I'm plugged in New York, I'm plugged in LA, I'm plugged in Atlanta. So I've done the work. So Ypsi will have his day. Mm-hmm. Trust me. Kenyatta Rashon from Ypsi 734 is going to have his day. Facts.
We have to express to people, like with the social media networks, and it's just no excuse to get out there with Instagram and Facebook. You can show your music to anyone across the country just by simply hustling online. So
yep. Easy. It wasn't like that in 2009, 2010.
It was not like that. It was not like that. So it's a different ball game. Like, I always tell people, you got to put in the work. You can have all the talent in the world, yeah, but if you ain't putting it out there, nobody's gonna know about it.
That's right.
So, do you have any upcoming projects?
Yes. So, very quickly, I can educate you all on a program that I was actually accepted into as a fellowship program called Amplify Washtenaw. Mm-hmm. And this was created by a group of creatives that want to look out for the African American artists, very specifically. They see where the struggles are, and they sat down and created resources so that we can have a smoother transition into different things that we need as artists. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'll be starting on an EP with them. Y'all can actually look forward to that next year. Wow. In the meantime, and shout out to Amplify, shout out to Grove Studios, because you had to apply for this program. So they seen something in me that, they really felt like I would be able to utilize this opportunity as one of their fellowships and be something with it. Not to mention, we also tap into the community. So it's not just about music. It's kind of bridging the gap between the community and music in Ypsilanti. So be on the lookout for all things Amplify and Kenyatta Rashon. Shout out to Danny Darling and London. We actually are the three who were granted this opportunity. And between this year and going into next year, you're going to see a lot of us for sure, especially around Ypsi.
So what does the opportunity involve?
Again, they're providing all the resources that an artist should need to be able to prosper. They're providing the resources. So the things that we independent artists struggle with financially, just knowing the right people, because I for sure fell into that plenty of times. It's terrible working with different people and they're not really professional. So, they provide everything that we would need as an independent artist and make it easier on us to just be the artist.
So is it almost like a record deal?
No, they do stand away from that. That is not what it is. It's kind of like a grant program.
Okay.
Yeah. So they just about to take care of me through my process and make sure everything is smooth and that I get the things that I need to get done and put out a dope ass mixtape.
So how can other artists get involved with the program?
They will actually be doing this annually. So every year they'll put out an opportunity. If you follow Amplify Washtenaw, you'll be able to stay up on all information, all updated information. They're going to do this every year. This is definitely something that artists want to be a part of. It is an application process. It's an interview process. It's pretty intensive, but it's worth it. It's very worth it. I strongly suggest.
I say because it seemed like they, pouring all they resources into you as an artist and helping you succeed. And if it's not a record deal or nothing like that, and if it's a grant program, they don't receive nothing back.
It's a win.
Doing it out the kindness of their heart. So.
Facts, exactly. And like I said, we are going to be community based, so I'm gonna also be tapping into, the youth around Ypsilanti, Michigan. I'm a cheerleading coach myself, so that's one thing that I am very, very in tune with is the female youth in my community. So I'm looking forward to that being a requirement and something that I'll be tapped into a lot more often.
Let me check my schedule.